going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Farmer. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better?
There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week. Look at the bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. Direct snap. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on third down to get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Tosses it incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the toss. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting back
play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The sure hands, it's Lincoln. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Garrison. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Garrison. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just...
Touchdown, Cornhusker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
But jet sweep pass. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got a chance. Sweet cut there. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. A guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And
he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's open on the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Weaver. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They want to run this quarterback. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Pressure coming. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make can feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Thanks to Grab. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Durant. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. He's already thrown 1 pick, and if he doesn't clean up some of this stuff, more will follow for sure.
More will follow, and probably going to the bullpen or getting another guy in here that can throw the football. It's stuff like that just drives you nuts because you're fading off your back foot. It's really, really hard to be accurate. So you got to hang in there. You got to understand that I got to stay still when I throw the football, hit those targets, and I definitely can't turn the football over.
Got it in the middle. It's Stoneburner. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement chains impossible. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown LSU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Garrison. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. On the move, he fires. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, how about that?